Hello and welcome to Cine Tutorials. My name is Derek Klein, and today I'm doing a little edit here for Mr. Dale Chihuly. Wave to everybody, Dale. Say hi to everybody. Okay, he's waving to you there. And what we're doing is we're doing a little bit of color correction. We've already got an edit and goes through the making of one of his pieces, but here we are at this portion where we've got these pieces that they've drawn with a little piece of glass and a torch. They've drawn these pieces, set them on paper towels, and then what they'll do later is roll them up onto the bubble of glass, which will later be a cylinder vessel form. But if you look at the piece here, you're seeing lots of oranges and fire and flames. And I felt like these paper towels are just a little bit boring. I feel like they could match in with this whole orange look a little bit better. So there's two things we're going to do, and the first is color correction. What we need to do is get all of these white paper towels to look pretty consistently the same color or tone of white across the board, because then the shots will just look nice and even from shot to shot. And then later we can maybe try to start incorporating some of this orange into that shot there. So what I'm going to do first is get all these to look the same. So what we'll need to do is come over here to our effects, and underneath video effects and color correction here, you've got the one called Fast Color Corrector, and this is Adobe Premiere Pro CS6, and I think Fast Color Corrector has been in here for quite a few versions. So what we want to do is just drag that onto our first clip, select the clip, come up in here to effects controls, and you can see white balance. Now we know this paper towel is white, so we're going to have to white balance on each of these individually. We can't just copy this effect and paste it on the others, because all the others aren't looking the same, so that's not going to do anything for us. So we need to actually do this tediously one at a time. So what we're going to do is come here to white balance and click on our eyedropper, and it's asking us to select what we know as to be white. So we're going to do that, and you can see instantly it's made this more of a true white. So now that we've got the first one, we'll go to our second clip here, and just to make this faster, I'm going to drag a new one on each of these clips just so we can get ahead here. And now all we'll have to do is just select our clips, and the filter will be there for us already. So we're going to select the clip, go to effects controls, we've dragged them all on there. We want to make sure we're highlighting over the clip we're working with our cursor here, so we know. And we're going to select the white, and you can see she got whiter. Now she's going to need a little brightness to match these guys, but we'll get there. We'll do that next. So here's our third one. We've already dragged the color correction on there. We've made sure that our cursor is over the clip we're working with, and we'll select the white. There we go. And we're gonna drag over to our next clip, double click, effects controls, take our cursor. We don't want to click in the shadow unless we wanted it. Yeah, this is more of a natural white, so we're gonna click in here. Okay, done that one. Drag over this clip, do the same thing, effects controls, select, and the last one. Effects controls, white balance, select. Okay, so now we've got all across the board pretty much the same white. Now this one's still looking a little dark to us. So what we can do here is just double click on her, go to effects controls, and let's see if there is a brightness right here in color correction. Input levels, we can sway those over towards the white a little more, and that's given us a little bit more room. to work. Oh, look at that. That's much better. We can even go a little bit more. Now you can see that it's washing out the blacks a little bit. So what we want to do is just slide this black, and it's going to darken those blacks. Slide it closer to the white. And the grays we're sliding towards the white. And you can see we're starting to get somewhere. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty consistent. Okay, so now that we've got all of these fairly consistent, we're going to start to talk about manipulation of color. And I don't know if you remember these days, but screwing on the old filters to your SLR cameras, now we have things like Photoshop to where we can just put color tints like, well, I did it here for my website. I had a black and white photo, put a color tint because I wanted it to match my website. So I have purples and blues in here, so I put a color tint on there. We're going to be doing essentially that same thing for this video to kind of match our oranges. So we've got an effect in Premiere Pro over here in Effects called Color Tint, and that's going to be in Video Effects, Color Correction, and Tint. It's just called Tint. Now with this, like I said, I want to get the more of an orange look going on here. So I'm going to start with my first clip, and we'll select it. Now that's the natural color, and this is the color we've changed it to. So don't mind when it looks like this. This side is going to be the color that's depicted in your video. So if you come over here to Effects Controls and drag Tint in, you notice it even made it more white because the tint here is selected to white, but we're going to change that right now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the color picker thing, but I need to find a clip that has a color similar to what I want the tint to be. So this next shot here, which would be a good shot to naturally use because it comes after, so it's just going to flow really nicely. So we're going to come over here to this orange, and we're going to grab our color tint and select an orange inside of there. Now you can see this molten stuff here is, if you look over onto where your color picker is over here, it's going to turn it yellow. So we don't really want that. We want more of an orange look. So let's come over here to the darker stuff. We're going to select that, and if you come over here back to our clip again, it's going to show it. Nice bright orange. Now, what we can do now, instead of doing these one at a time, now that we've got them all the same type of white, we can actually just take this tint, right click, copy, and click on these all individually. Go into the effects, right click, paste, do the second one. I'm just minimizing that there. Paste. Third. Paste. Fourth. Effects controls. Just minimize that. And paste. And the last one. Paste. And now what we've done is just pasted that effect onto each of them. Now that looks pretty cool. I'm starting to like that. See how that flows into that shot much better? It's just it goes a lot better with kind of the flow of this piece. So I'm liking that as far as color goes. So I can render that out now. And we should have a nice consistent orange throughout. So what we've done here is we've first done some color correction to get everything the same across the board, so that there was not major contrast in between shots. And then what we did was we added the orange tint and actually manipulated the whites and made them look orange to fit this whole orange look we have going on in this video. And I think that looks much, much better. If you want to see this finished video, you can actually check it out on my other YouTube channel, and I will provide a link. Thanks for checking out the tutorial, and hopefully we'll have many more to come. We'll see you next time.